more than one thing. I went and I asked for help from people in South Carolina to say no to the Gay Equality Act that would legalize pedophilia or at least open the door for it. And the response to that is years later, folks don't talk to me anymore. I became a bad person. I became a dangerous person. What did I do? What did I didn't say hurt anybody. I didn't say that adults can't have sex, same sex. I've never said that. I've never suggested that two dudes or two women can't have sex with each other. I'm not saying that they should, and scriptures say that people shouldn't, but I've never told people what they can or cannot do, who they can't know, who they can't be around, who they can't be friends to. I don't do that. I will say that there are risks. Even if you're heterosexual and you're promiscuous, there are risks. Now, let's say this of Lindsey Graham. As you know, I live in Washington. When you live in Washington, Washington, D.C. is a swamp and it is full of trash. People's trash. That seems to be politics. You're in people's business. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. Pray for me. I didn't start it. I'm just telling you, I grew up here. And you always get in, hey, how you doing? You always get into trouble. You always get into trouble here if you start talking about morality. You will anger people here in Washington D.C. because folks live terrible lives, a lot of them. I don't know why, but they're here. Now I want to ask this question real fast. How do you think there are 40,000 national? Okay, they're not going. They're not going to arrest Trump supporters. They're not coming. They're not coming. There are a bunch of soldiers here. I'm staying indoors. The only thing I've gone outside to do is empty the trash. Um, what I will say of Lindsey Graham, I have nothing but conjecture and talk. Now, my joke always has been is that Lindsey Graham looks like Angela Lansbury. He looks like Murder She Wrote, and maybe it's faggot he wrote. I don't know. Gotcha, y'all laughing. Or sissy he wrote, or pedo he wrote, whatever. He does look like Angela Lansbury with the hangover. Bad hair day. I don't know how man lives privately. I don't know. But hey Sheila, hi everybody. But the rumor that went around was that Lindsey Graham, uh, he's single and unmarried, and Tim Scott is single and never been married. Lindsey Graham is single and never been married, and Tim Scott is single and never been married. They are the two senators from South Carolina. I don't think there are another two career politicians where they've been as long and they're not married. Are you understanding me? Now, look, some people want to ordain me for the ministry as a pastor. I've been, in a sense, not excited about being in ministry, not because I don't think I can talk to people about God or help out. I always wanted to at least be married. And even if I don't see anything I want sometimes, or terrified, the broads are so frightening these days. But I would want, if I were out in the public, I would want the kind of love, comfort, and intimacy that only a woman can provide, to have someone to talk to, because politics and this and professional stuff, it's lonely as hell. And you're always dealing with people with problems. You have nobody to talk to, that could drive you crazy. So I, I can't speak for Tim Scott or Lindsey Graham. If I were dealing with the public on the level that they do constantly, I would be a wreck without the love and comfort of a woman. At least I got my mother. Mother's love is good, but nobody wants sexual privileges with their mom. Anyway, but both senators from South Carolina are single and not married. And Strom Thurmond was a pedophile. That one was underage when he screwed her. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Please don't get angry with me. I'm not trying to be vindictive. You know, Lindsey Graham does. Wait a minute. Let me do this. He says Lindsey Graham looks a little sweet. Well, agave. he we you know reverends with reality shows. I think that's ridiculous. It's disgraceful. Yeah, someone said here we go. Even British homosexuality politicians still get married for the show. Well, not everybody's willing to show. And some people don't even like or can't even stand a woman for their own political advancement. To me, uh, I don't know. If you've had real good women friends, I have, like you love having them around. You miss them. I mean, to me, to have a wife, I mean, as a single person, if I did, and I've seen some people who have great marriages where the wife is there for them. Hell, it makes a difference. A man that can't appreciate a woman is insane. And the same difference for a woman that can't appreciate a good man. So what I'm going to say of Lindsey Graham is it's just peculiar to be as important as he is, to deal with the kind of pressures and things on him and not have someone to curl up next to. I mean, that's maybe he's able to do it. I'm just saying to you, uh, having been involved a little bit, but it's lonely, it's hurtful. You really do need to know who's for you. If you're able to get through without having someone to love, to hold, to be on your side, to be available at 2, 3 in the morning, to not have that, you've got to be a pretty unique man to not need that. And I'm someone that doesn't have to be with somebody, but at least I'd like to. You mean to tell me a wealthy politician with money and following, there's no woman that would want you, no one that wants to wear the ermine and pearls and all that? Nobody, none of them, not one of them, never. Even to go to an event. I mean, I have a friend, we're just friends, but she's beautiful. Her name is Janet. I just love going to movies, being with a beautiful black woman that I enjoy their company. I haven't done in years. I still remember being with her. All the public events that politicians have to go to, and you don't want someone that's there. I mean, how do you go to the dinners? You're always by yourself as a dude. Trust me, as a man that's by myself a lot, it's not always cool to be alone. Some of us are single because of money and our finances and situations that we face. But Lindsey Graham ain't broke. Now, this is what somebody said. Immortal River Nile Valley. I don't know whether that's true or not. I can't say it. I don't know. Now, have I seen other politicians married that have dudes? Yes, I have. Rahm Emanuel's one. Rahm Emanuel has a boyfriend that looks like Greg Brady from the Brady Bunch. Real talk. Yes, I'm not lying. I know what I'm talking about. I've seen that. And I'm not even mad. He's presentable for a white guy, kind of dark, curly hair. I mean, he's not an ugly looking man, but do you really want to do that with your best friend? I mean, that's what that's about. Okay, all right, Rahm Emanuel. Michelle Obama. Hey, peace and power, Keith, and hi to everybody in all the different rooms. Yeah, Lindsey Graham is rich. He's paid. There are women who would allow him to have a double life as long as they're taken care of and they were treated with respect. When you get to a certain age and you've never been married and you have resources, because about half the black men in this country are not, a lot of them are not married. A big part of it is financial. But when I see people who have money and there's nobody that floats your boat, nobody. Um, and and if you don't find it here, I'll tell everybody I love Brazil. Love it, love it, love it. I wish I had the money. I'd be down there all the time. Uh, there's a friendlier, less hostile relationship between men and women. I loved it. I felt horny all day long down there. And I'm not necessarily someone that needs to put my hands just for someone to look back at you when you look. It feels good as a man. It's like looking into a flower when you look into the smile of a beautiful woman. So don't tell me that all these folks aren't conflicted. And now let's say, now this guy put this up here. Uh okay. This is what this guy says. I don't know whether it's true or not. In fact, I need to do a disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed by the people who are in the chat room of the Randy Short channel are those of the speakers themselves and not those of Randy Short, Coon Busters, Salt Ministries, Angry Black Men's Book Club, or anyone else. For anyone watching this, I'm not saying I know what Lindsay is into. I don't know. I have thoughts. Can't prove them. I don't think much. Keep it moving. But I will say this about 2005, there's all this chatter about two people that folks were saying were LGBTQ that wanted to run for president or vice president. One was Lindsey Graham, the other was Chucky, um, Condoleezza Rice. She does look like Chucky. What I can say of Condoleezza Rice, she's been living or sharing expenses bank accounts with a white woman out in Stanford, California for 30 years. Okay. You could just assume I'm giving a blowjob if I had the same bank account as a dude. Believe that. I don't like anyone in my damn bank account. I'd have to be queered out, have an asshole like a garage before somebody have the same bank account as me. Um, so that's a bad sign for me. If you mess with my money like that, we'd have to be screwing. I just couldn't see. So no, 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 Condi, baby, what's going on? Okay. And I'm not saying I want anybody to screw me. No, I'm only saying if you were up on my money like that, that to me would be, I'd have to have just crossed over. I I don't bother my mother's money. She doesn't bother mine. I've never bothered anyone's bank account. You'd have to be real deep with me to be in my money. Okay. Um, I'm just saying that. Okay. Look, I repeat, y'all. Trump's gonna pull a coup. Trump's got the army. Trump has done these emergency orders. He's not going anywhere. That's some masturbatory fantasy of some butched out stud black dykes who think that they're useful and that they have something to do with the electoral victory that never happened of Joe Biden. It didn't happen, hoes. Y'all want to cash at me? Uh, it's right up here. Dr. Randy Short. Look, Donald Trump, there's not even going to be an inauguration. What they're going to do, come on, let's be honest. Joe Biden is an old queen, an old pedophile queen, and this is his last act, y'all. Okay, it's his last act. And they're going to let him do this shit. No one's going to go to his inauguration. Trump's going to have another one, and his ass is going to jail. This is like, it's it's actually 3.5 days away because 16th is almost over, but it's almost 6 o'clock. I'm sorry, it's 4 o'clock, and in 8 hours, the 16th will be over. There'll be the 17th. So this is 17th, 18th, 19th, right? Joe Biden has 3 more days as a free, lecherous man. And then this is going to stop, okay? I'm just saying that to you. I need y'all to understand that it's over. We may not have another president. Trump is the last one. Now, let me just say this to y'all. I never said this to anyone until this morning, but someone brought it up. About 4 years ago, we had 5 years ago, we had dinner with Dick Gregory at a place called Tasty Diner off of Colesville Road and Georgia Avenue in Silver Spring, Maryland. And Dick Gregory explained that there would be no more presidents after the 45th one. 45 would be the last one. This is what Dick Gregory told us. I have witnesses. I don't know why Dick Gregory said that, but Dick Gregory said this is the last president. He didn't think Trump would get it, but he said there'd be no more presidents anymore. Donald Trump may be the very last president that we have. Under the Constitution, there was a fake bullshit Constitution from 1871 that basically made us all properties of corporations. Looking at it that way, there's a Constitution from 1787, and then there's one from 1871. Donald Trump will be the very last president that's from this bogus 1871 Constitution. When you hear all these white folks talk about 1776, there's a movement among white folks to get rid of this bogus ass Constitution from 1871. They've won, people, because they're not talking. They've got the army. They've got guns. It's finished. All of y'all looking for Biden, all of y'all that don't understand that that thing on the Capitol represents an end. It's over. They've got to get rid of the the Federal Reserve. People in China has gone bankrupt trying to destroy the United States. They don't have any money. Their people are hungry. Go look up the news. They're telling people not to waste food. How does the world's second economy start worrying about what people have, what food they throw away, unless there's a shortage of food? The Chinese have destroyed their rivers. The Chinese have destroyed their ecology. That's why they're trying to take all the shit in Africa and all the bullshit fucked up continental coons. I call them Contis. The Conti coons. Giving their land to these people who will kill them. Part of what Corona was being made for was for the Chinese to kill Africans. The Chinese wanted Corona to kill Africans. The Chinese were going to use the Corona, mix it with AIDS, and kill Africans. And thank God that shit blew up on them. Thank God it blew up on them. And it dogged them instead of dogging folks in Africa. By the way, I didn't want Africans to die. I don't want Africans to get sick. I don't hate Africans. That's not it. I just don't like the little fake ass wannabe ones that come here, green card coons, who hate our guts and our country, act like this is crazy. It's over. Food shortage. There's no food shortage in America. It's a distribution issue. And it's also an elitism issue. You know, I've got a backyard that's 25 by 25. If I really busted my ass, I can at least grow all the cucumbers and tomatoes and other vegetables. I can grow a significant amount of the vegetables just for this household and a teeny yard. America has plenty of space for growing food. Sherry Sullins. The food shortages, American people look down on gardening, but that's changed. The biggest hobby, if you go into Amazon right now and try to buy some vegetable seeds, that shit is high. You can get dope, you can get weed, you can get cocaine and heroin more cheaply than you can get vegetable seeds. That's real talk. Bill Gates isn't going to be allowed to have all the farmland people. It's not going to happen like that. Y'all don't get these white people with these guns. These folks will shoot and kill people over what they believe in. What Donald Trump has unleashed is the white masses are armed to the teeth. The Gates and them don't have enough people to keep folks off the land if they want to come take it. And you don't need as much land to grow food as you think. Most of America's farmland is being used to grow corn and feed for livestock to fatten them up when they could eat grass. We don't have a shortage of food. We have a corrupt and bankrupt system in which food is distributed and allocated. 60% of the food produced in the United States is thrown away or wasted, if not more, maybe 70%. Meaning, if we just got, if there's plenty of food, do people want to eat it? There are lots of things that certain folks won't eat that are foods. There's plenty of things to eat. Acorns. I see people stomping on acorns, walking over them. Acorns, if you soak them and treat them right, you can make bread and flour from acorns. My Indian ancestors used to make acorn bread. There are acorn trees all over the place. The squirrels eat them all. There are mulberries all over the place. People hate mulberries. They're associated with poor people, so we don't eat mulberries. There's all kinds of food. They've got all these invasive fish species that people hate because they don't like the fish. So, you know, and the fish tastes fine. A lot of what we consider food is cultural, has nothing to do with reality. There's plenty of food. You can eat the greens on radishes. You can eat the greens on carrots. You can eat the greens actually on a lot of the vegetables that you throw away. You can eat the greens on parsnips. There's a lot of stuff we just throw in the trash. When you get a head of lettuce, I'm sorry, head of cabbage, they take the best parts off. You get about 2/3 of the cabbage because people don't like the ugly leaves. A lot of what we don't consider food is because we've been brainwashed by television of what food and vegetables look like. A lot of people are stupid as hell. That's right, solid cam. Here it is. Let me tell you, I've got some sweet potatoes upstairs. I can show you that the big, big sweet potatoes, they will not give to white people. They sell the big sweet potatoes in black stores. Oranges, they bury. Maybe half the oranges are destroyed before they get to market. The apples are thrown away. Oh, this is agricultural department mumbo jumbo bullshit. There's plenty of food. They want people to think the world's run out of food and water, so you have to submit to someone's authority, be afraid, and do whatever. I mean, suck the cockroach dick, or you don't eat. Bill Gates can be shut down at any time. People can grow food all over the place. I know people with hundreds of acres of land that won't grow one thing. Kanye West just bought over 10,000 acres of land. He's not trying to grow one thing. Michael Jackson had over 3,000, I'm sorry, almost 3,000 acres of land in California, wasn't growing nothing. Yeah, Bill Gates can try this thing with food, but I say this because all of y'all are weak black people. Black folks will see someone do something evil and not do anything about it, no matter how unimportant that person is. If you think that the white masses will be starved to death by Bill Gates, you're stupid. They'll go kill him and his wife real fast. It's not going to happen like that. The only people that accept that kind of abuse and persecution are we black Americans. There's no one, no manner of evil or criminality done against us that causes us to take action. So, that's a non story for me. Um, there are people that know this vaccine ain't safe, and you got black folks, not one significant black person outside of Farrakhan that I've run across that will say anything about it. So I don't live in fear. The problem is that black people are fearful of everything. Black folks won't risk anything. I know folks in Mississippi trying to sell land. Okay, you say he owns most of the land. Okay, prove it. If Bill Gates, they're saying he owns it all, fine. But farmland is defined by who? The United States has thousands of millions of acres of land that no one does anything with. Mr. Gates uh, is actually, there wouldn't be an issue about Gates if just black people right in this country weren't such devil worshippers. I got you, gamers only. If black people weren't such devil worshippers and weren't afraid of everything, they would say hell no to this bullshit. But they won't because we worship the devil. We're afraid of everything. Fear is a satanic spirit, and most blacks are fearful, so therefore they worship Satan by action. Because if you didn't worship Satan, you would never allow this kind of thing to happen. And anybody who would stand up to evil would have support. So there are brave people like Brother Cam here that will speak up, stand up, and they're alone. He's talking about reparations for everyone. He's not the only person that's going to get a check. Can he get 10 people to back him for them to benefit? No, no, because we're chumps. We're chumps. Chumps, 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 chumps. By actions, black people say they want to be exterminated. Our inaction, our failure to back up people who aren't even after money, ain't trying to sleep with you, hurt nobody, can't get any help, have to beg for it. Let me be a cult leader that tells you that I've got magic DNA in my sperm, my holy milk. I could get people to drink my semen like it's tap water and make me a rich man. But if I said, hey, look, let's take on GMO. Let's get some black folks to stand up to say we don't want frankenfoods. You'll be all by yourself. I mean, man, that's some white shit. Man, it's just food. I just eat it, right? Uh, well, many black people do know who they are. They know that they're not going to risk anything for anybody else. They're selfish. It's all about them. That's how we are. Um, Things are going to get worse, gamers only, but it also says that the people that are righteous says, I've never seen the righteous forsaken nor their seed begging bread. So I have to claim in God's name, I'm not going to starve. There's going to be a way for me to eat. In fact, now that we all see this, right, we should be doing what we could do to get, we got family down south that we never talked to. We got folks all over the South that are our people that we don't even speak to because they don't live in a big city with lots of drive-by shootings and shit. Okay, so we don't talk. We've got friends and family all over the country. All we need to do is take our asses back to the lower Confederate states, take some guns and shit with you, and take back the land we got ran off of in the 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, 1950s. Hey, Brother Richard, greetings. You're in Sweet Home, Alabama. Black folks could be running those southern states. There are enough of us. Why are we letting the wetbacks and others come in there and replace us? Why? Isn't there anything we can fight for? You know what? Maybe you can't take land with your guns. But let me see. Who is this person? I'll just say, if people put stupid comments on, I delete stupid people. Okay. And if you're like a white supremacist or whatever, I don't know who the hell you are. Um, I don't mind white supremacists talking to each other, but I do mind them interrupting my. Okay, here we go. There you go. There you go. Bye. Yeah, you said something racist, you bastard. Yeah, you did. I don't want to see you anymore. I've never advocated people stealing anything. This little bastard will start some conversation on my channel, right? And then they'll come in and shut me down because some whitey comes on with some garbage. They need to go somewhere and don't want to see these people disappear. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't mind talking to people of any race, although I'm not here to have a conversation with white Americans. Isn't it interesting? You don't see me try. I don't go on anyone white's wall or section. I don't care to. I'm not mad at them getting whatever they're trying to get, but we've got to get ours. And um, anyone that has a problem with that, get the hell off my site. Never ever suggested anyone do anything violent to anyone. So there's certain people they try to like initiate a conversation to get you to say something, then they report you. It's not happening. So I'm saying that to anybody from another country, another group. If you come in with that, I will block your ass as soon as I find you. I don't need a moderator to see stupid. Okay. I don't take that. And so I've never suggested that anyone take guns to take land from anyone. But you do need guns to defend what you have from wild animals, from wild races, from wild coons. I was showing y'all this book the other day, We Charge Genocide, where white folks are just murdering black people all over the South, just killing people, right? And the black folks were unarmed, okay? Um, Here's the thing here now, and I can stop any minute now. I didn't plan to talk this long. I will be on BitChute, and I'm already on Rumble. I just have to learn how to make the platforms work. Um, Let me see. Hold on. Who's this? What is this? Who is this person? Stop spreading hate and start speaking of we're all God's children. I'm not treated like I'm God's child all the time. So whoever said that, and this is probably one of these confused people, understand as this channel has more people following, they're going to be these people who think that they can dilute. This is why I want to be a black only thing, because the way that a racist white person interprets hate is a black person having his own house and his own land is hate against white people. When they have everything, it's cool. You got something, it's against them. I don't even get into that. Anybody that accuses me of spreading hate, there you go. See you. I don't have time for anyone to lecture me about morality. Um, yeah, she's gone. Wallace is gone. They're out of there. We'll remove them. You won't see them again. Um, and I'll report them as hateful. Okay, wonderful. Let me do them. And anybody that does do that, so I don't go back and forth. I never go to anybody's website, uh, white, black, Asian, Latino, and insult or criticize anybody pursuing freedom, self determination, wholeness. I respect everybody's right to get that. In fact, we wouldn't even be having this conversation were it not some kind of racist trying to crash it. That just means people are listening to what we're saying. Well, later for them. And let me see. Joint Chiefs of Staff can do whatever they want. They can go to jail too. Have you ever heard what's called a cherry Marine or cherry officer? These are officers who they have to get screwed by the officers to get promoted. This is real. This actually happens. And, mhm. Right. So a lot of these people are deviants. I have a friend who's a white Jewish woman by the name of Dr. Judith Reisman. 7,000 people in the Pentagon were found to be involved in looking at child pornography. That's the American military establishment. 7,000 people in the Pentagon alone. A lot of people and Dynacore and things like this, these military people are involved in human trafficking and perversion. And Donald Trump has been the main person in recent history to fight against sexual enslavement of women and children. Donald Trump is messing with people's money and with people's thrills and chills. Some of the people in the military that are involved in this filth. So I'm just saying to you that we have a very strong, there's a thing called the Church of Set. There's a man from the Pentagon who's deep into pedophilia and so forth. They hate Donald Trump. These people want to have sex with children. When you think about what's going on, um, and Thailand and the Philippines, don't you think that these military people are having sex with children? And Dynacor, and they were raping the kids in Abu Ghraib prison. Do you realize these same Joint Chiefs of Staff people have pictures of little women, little girls, women, boys being screwed by American soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq? They have thousands of pictures, and this is all over the Pentagon. And remember this from Abu Ghraib? Remember? Remember, this is U.S. military. They are making videos of raping people in other countries and doing this. And remember that they made these pictures from Abu Ghraib disappear to prevent people from wanting to murder all the U.S. servicemen all over the world. I didn't say this. This is what they said. There's going to be a shift. There's going to be some punishment. This corruption is throughout the elites. There's a thing called the Church of Set. Let me see if I can put this up here. I'll type it for you. And one of the people is a U.S. general who's a Satan worshiper. And when you see him, my God, the man has a little Satan eyebrows and everything. These people are into some really creepy stuff. There's a correlation between the military and sexual deviance. Not all the time, but many times. I don't understand all of it, but it goes hand in hand. While I'm sitting here, I almost want to do another piece because this is an hour. I have a question. Do y'all mind if I do another book while my eyes aren't acting crazy? I can do something now. If y'all give me about 10 to 15 minutes, I will come back in. I'll leave fake book on, and I had a couple of things that I wanted to share. And let me see, put my Bible back. Where is okay? I'm gonna put these, and I want to do a different piece. So, if y'all give me about 10 to 15 minutes, I will come back on by what? By 5 o'clock. Let me take a quick break. Okay? All right. And we'll come back with books at 5. Give me about 26 minutes. All right. I'm out for a moment. I'll be back.